I am that guy, and today we're talking growth numbers and numerology. All right, growth numbers. Growth number is one of the numbers that people don't talk a lot about in numerology. I like it a lot, and I'll tell you the reason why I like growth number a lot. Growth number represents the work that you have to do here, right? It represents how you grow, and so once you understand the areas that you have to grow in, you know where you need to put more focus on, if that makes sense, right? And it's tied in closely with the solar urge number. And I'll talk briefly about solar urge, but I got a whole video on solar urge. So you can go back and see how to calculate solar urge and everything else when you get a chance. When you like this video, go ahead and subscribe at the same point in time. All right, so let's talk about growth number. We're gonna use, this is use the name James, for example. Right? James could be from James Brown. Okay. James, we're gonna go J, we got a 1, we got an A, we got another 1, we got a M, we got a 4, we got a E, we got a 5, we got a 1 right here, another 1 right here. So when you add these all together, you're gonna get 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 4 is 6, 6 and 5 is 11, and 1 is 12, so you got 12 and you got 3. So this person's job is to grow in the area of more 3-like activity, which is inspiration, which is creativity, which is art, which is music, which is having fun. Who do you know had more fun than James Brown? Right? So this is part of what his direction was. He had to go in that direction, right? If we put it out on the clock, it would be like this. So let's do 6, 3. Actually put it inside 3, and about a 9 right here, right? So James, he answers to the name of 3, so he needs to go into this direction of 3, which is where he went, and he was very successful at it. James Brown, right? Okay, let's look at another guy. Let's look at like Napoleon. Okay, Napoleon. So Napoleon from Napoleon Hill, or Napoleon Bonaparte, any Napoleon you think about it. Let's see what the name Napoleon carries. Now, if it's a growth number, it means that that's the area that you've chosen to come in to use that particular kind of energy to get growth overall to the alignment of what you're here to do so you can move it forward. Again, this direction. So go this direction, you're gonna find what you're looking for, and that's gonna bring satisfaction to your soul because you completed some of the work that needs to be done. You might not get everything done this time. However, you're here to create as many opportunities as possible to do as much of the work as possible. So next time you are further ahead, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got Napoleon right here. We're gonna do N as a 5. We got 1, and P is 7, and O is 6, and 3 is a 5, is a 6, and a 5. Okay, so 5 and 1 is 6, 6 and 7 is 13, which is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 and 6 is 10, which is 1. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 and 6 and 5 is 11. So 9 and 11 is going to be 11 again. So this is an 11, right? If you add all these numbers up, you come up with 11 at the end of the day, right? And so what 11 is, 11's interesting because 11, 22, and 33, wherever they fall, whenever the numbers come down, I have a video up here on master numbers as well, so click on the video on master numbers so you can understand more about master numbers. But 11, 22, and 33, these are master numbers, and the interesting with master numbers, and we'll cover it here for growth as well, is that they got like the, you know, the other piece to them. So like an 11 is a bridge between a 1 and a 2. It's like this higher vibration of 1 and 2, right? And so you got to deal with more stuff as well. You got higher vibration. The purpose of these master numbers is that so you can learn a particular lesson and come back and teach it to the world. Okay, so then you got 22 right here, which is like between a 2 and a 4 is like a 22 kind of master number. So you're either going to live at this energy level down here, or you're going to go higher up. 33, same thing. Bridge between a 3 and a 6, right? Same kind of thing. Key with mass numbers is that you have to, they go through a lot. Look at any of the Napoleons, even Napoleon Hill, whose real name actually is Oliver. And what's significant, which is good that we use this as well, what's significant is that his name was Oliver, but he took on the name Napoleon. And so it means that that had a large influence on his life as he came in. Now, if he had stayed with Oliver his whole life, he might have had a different going. But after all the challenges that he had, he stepped into Napoleon, which was the challenge. And that's what the rest of the world came to know him as. And also being an 11, he had to go through these challenges, attack on his ego, all kinds of stuff. Had to be second to Andrew Carnegie, which is 11, is like a 2 as well. So he had to learn from Andrew Carnegie. Imagine 20 years without any salary at all, just to learn and be introduced to the world's rich people. However, by doing that, he came back and taught, because the 11s are master teachers. He came back and taught from his own experiences, everything that he learned, and shared it with the rest of the world. And that is why today he's one of the best authors that to be ever published. And people know his saying that goes, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve, you get it, right? If you can believe something, you can achieve it, right? And he's the one that fathered this whole era of thinking, right? So for Napoleon Hill. So this is how the growth numbers work. It gives you a good direction to go. It's tied a little bit into the solar urge, and I'll just tell you real quick how. Because say for example your name, which was your growth number, was a 4, but your soul urge was a 5. This means that your direction is in growing, is in strengthening the family, strengthening yourself, strengthening your finances, just whatever a 4 looks like, whatever a building looks like. These are building blocks, or strengthening and being discreet and organizing, putting things in their place. And by doing so, it will give your soul, which 5 is looking for freedom, it gives you more space to be free. It gives you ways to be free to multitask, because you have these other things already in place. So you see how the sentence starts to go together. So thank you for tuning into this video. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend. This is Numerology is all about sharing, so people can be able to see and learn more about each other and have better relationships, not be upset with each other because they don't understand. This is a very, very good way to objectively understand each other and have better conversations, so we can move forward and progress more and even understand yourself. This is that guy. See you soon.